I am Tia Dreher, and I am here with Neo Soul TV at the ABFF 2019 with
Chyna Lane.
and
Curtis Hamilton.
and so Miss Lane, please tell us what you're working on.
This movie, fantastic movie by TV1 called In Broad Daylight, directed by Ken Michael, produced by Shad Moss, and also starring this guy over here, Curtis Hamilton.
I didn't know.
So tell us about your role.
I play Jordan Boudreaux. She is a survivor of domestic violence, and she's a mother. She's strong. She's vibrant, and she has a lot of family who are looking for her and rooting for her. And she's in this relationship with Steve, and it kind of follows their struggles.
And so tell us about your role.
Well, I'm Steve, and my role is it's a guy who's lacking self-love, someone who is so in love with Miss Chyna, who plays Jordan, and he just kind of gets lost in the things that he's doing and being so in love and controlling and not loving himself that he reacts in more of a physical way. And kind of some crazy things happen from there, kind of snowball out of control.
So what attracted you to this role?
What attracted me to it? That's a good question. I mean, obviously, I know that there's going to be a great story and message behind something like this. I've done a domestic violence film, but I don't think this film is particularly domestic violence. I don't look at it like that. I think it's more of someone who's just love with the person and thinking that a lot is going on because he doesn't love himself, and he's kind of creating stories and creating problems that aren't even there, and he reacts in a way to try to control them by scare tactics and different things. But I don't think he's trying to abuse this person just for the fun of it or any of that. So I think it's more of a self-hate of himself.
Sounds interesting. So how is Jordan any different or very different from some of the other roles that you've played?
Jordan is tough. She's a survivor, and she's a mother who is fighting for not just herself, but for also her child. And, there's sort of a fear with Jordan where she's afraid to show that vulnerable side of her. She's afraid to show that she's in a really tough situation, that she's being abused. And I feel like this is something that a lot of men and women will be able to relate to, the embarrassment of being in an abusive relationship, whether it's mental, physical, or emotional abuse. It's something that's really tough to talk about, and I hope that we can all learn a lesson from Jordan and how she fought back, because this story was inspired by real women and men who've gone through this.
Very, very interesting. So tell us your full name and what the ABFF means to you.
Hold up, I'm gonna give y'all Curtis Hamilton. You're not getting my middle name. And what does it mean to me? Well, it brings together so many talented black or just any ethnic person in this industry to kind of celebrate where we've come, where we're headed, and I look at it as just kind of seeing, my contemporaries all in one. It's inspiring. It's what we all want. We work hard for. So
It is. It's beautiful. And last question, what does the ABFF mean to you, Miss Lane?
Years ago, I came to the ABFF with my headshots in my purse and my business cards printed out from Kinko's. And I had a film here, and Jeff Friday was so fantastic because it was one of the first film festivals that embraced me. And I came and just to meet so many other filmmakers who looked like me, to see people on screen telling stories that looked like me and I wanted to be a part of. I stalked and hounded so many of these filmmakers to work with them in the future, and it wound up working out. One of the cinematographer for She's Gotta Have It was one of the filmmakers who won the short film competition that year. His name is Daniel Patterson. So we to this day we still share a fantastic relationship, and we're so happy to be able to work with each other.
That's awesome. Thank you both so much for your time, and thank you for watching Neo Soul TV.
watch
Thank
it.
you guys.